Today I'm talking about Game Chaser episodes. Now, I've done episodes in the past where I've talked about maybe cringe moments, favorite episodes, but what are my least favorite episodes? Now, these episodes are the top 5 where I just don't want to watch them, and when I have to sit through them, there are things about them that really, really bug me, and we're going to get to that. But first, this video is sponsored by Ridge Wallet. If you've ever considered getting a Ridge Wallet, now is the best time, because Ridge Wallet and Hennessy are teaming up for Ridge Wallet's 3rd annual Summer Sweepstakes, where you can win a brand new Hennessy Ford Bronco or $75,000 cash. So Ridge Wallet actually sent me a brand new wallet here for this video, but I already have one, because I've had a Ridge Wallet for the last 2 years. It is the only wallet that I actually have. And for me, it's so much better because it's not a big, giant, thick brick that I have to carry in my pocket. It's so much more comfortable. It holds up to 12 cards, credit cards, driver's license, whatever, and it actually has a strap for cash on the back. As you can see, mine is cashless because I spend too much money at the flea market. They have over 30 colors and styles, and they all have RFID blocking material, so nobody can steal your information with some weird technology or whatever they use. And also, you can get an optional AirTag. Now, they also have Ridge key cases that hold up to 6 keys if you're tired of keys jingling around in your pocket. And if you decide to get both of these together, you can get up to 30% off. Ridge Wallet is so confident they will allow you to try it for 99 days, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. And it also has a lifetime warranty. So if you get the wallet, man, you are all set. But if you really want to be the envy of the neighborhood, you need that Hennessy Ford Bronco. And here's what you do to win. You just enter for free in the website. So find some awesome gear that you love and get additional entries for every dollar that you spend. And if you use our link down below, you get 10 free entries on top of that. And even better, if you use our code GameChasers, you get 10% off your order. So what are you waiting for? Go get yourself a Ridge Wallet and win that Bronco. Now let's roll the video!
Oh, it's Friday night. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I could sit here and pick my nose while I watch a brand new video. Whoa, Top 5 Friday tonight.
Every episode, there is a little something that I do enjoy about it, so I don't truly hate any of them. And I will say that the episode where we met up with Pro Jared and we went to Kenny's for the second time and we went and did that little game competition at the end, I've said on many occasions that that's my least favorite episode, and I wanted to exclude it from this list because I have talked about it. That second half when we went and did that content, it didn't work out. I just didn't think it was very entertaining. You know, you're doing a show like this. Sometimes you want to just try new things, and sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't. And that was one of those times where it didn't, and I just don't like it very much. Now, a lot of the reasons why I might not like an episode may differ from yours. From your guys' perspective, it's probably just strictly entertainment, but for mine, it's also coupled with technical things. So episode 19, Summer's Eve, it's not really too exciting to begin with. We go to a store, Evo Games, and you know, nothing against Evo, it just didn't really feel that exciting and nothing really memorable happened there. And then we go to a thrift store and then an antique store. You know, I got some pretty cool games. I got some Parasite Eve 1 and 2, but other than that, it was just meh. And then at the end, we just dick around with loading the arcade. Very, very forgettable from an entertainment aspect. I just didn't think it was really that great. But then you, on top of that, couple it with the fact that so much of the video just doesn't look very good. Look, none of our cameramen are professionals, and you know, I can't blame them too much, but you know, sometimes when you go into the store and you don't white balance the camera properly, and do other technical things like maybe take the ND filters off when you go indoors, or not put them on when you go outdoors. Sometimes the footage can just look like crap, and that's what I really had to deal with in a lot of this episode. A lot of the places that we went, the color was just so off. It was just so completely off that I tried to do the best I can with color correction, but there's only so much you can do when it's shot the way it is. It's just the way it is. So overall, just not a great episode in my opinion, despite there being a few cool moments. This one's kind of boring. Basically, the whole episode is just one giant complete bust. We go to somebody's house where they say they have some video games, and we rummage through their garage, and we end up really finding jack all. Maybe a couple of PlayStation games and just virtually nothing. So the whole episode is just wasted of us just going through a big pile of stuff and not really finding anything. And then we go and just take a bunch of Sega Genesis cases off the wall, and it's just not that exciting. And I especially look frumpy, extremely frumpy in some of these shots, and that doesn't make it an easy watch. So from a technical standpoint, it's okay for the most part, but absolutely it is just not very exciting. Nothing really memorable happens, and it's just kind of blah. Now, again, there are some things that I do like about it. I like when we just rummage through stuff. It can be exciting, it can be fun. This just went on for a little way too long to not really find anything, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I mean, we don't plant shit, so you get what you get and you don't get what you get. And the guy whose house we went to, he's been somebody we've gone and seen at the flea market a few times. Really cool guy. You know, some of the Genesis games we got from the store at the end there, pretty decent cases. But just overall. All right, so now it's time for a newer one, episode 75, Going Down Dookie River. And boy, did we ever go down Dookie River. This whole episode was kind of dookie. An entire episode of busts. Look, not every time we go out, we find something, because that's just how it works out. Put it up anyway, and this is one of those occasions where, yeah, I got a couple of PS2s, and really that was pretty much it the entire episode. It was just a wasteland of nothing through this entire thing. Somebody was there saying that they had a bunch of stuff in storage, wouldn't let us go see it. So we decided, well, we'll come back and drive like an hour and a half to see him a couple of weeks, when he said that he was going to be there again with the stuff, and he wasn't there with the stuff if you want an update. No, it just never panned out. Of course, it never pans out ever. It's never once panned out, except for one time, which that episode has been shot but not aired. It'll come soon. And then bust again when we meet up with that guy at his house who said that he wanted to sell some stuff, but then ended up not wanting to sell some stuff. I really didn't want to include that in that episode, but I had nothing. We had shot nothing else. And so I'm like, ugh, God, I guess something's better than nothing. The good stuff out of it, all right, next up on the list, we're going way back, episode 2. Yes, episode 2. The whole episode is really just nothing. Yeah, we go to Game Over, but we don't get anything. We go to a bunch of other places and don't really get anything. Finally, we go to D-pad, and I don't think I got anything, and Jay ended up getting like an ET and maybe something else. And that was it for the entire episode. And one thing that also drives me absolutely crazy is the interviews. The interviews for this episode, not what's actually said or done in the interviews. One of my favorite things ever was when Jay gets the tripod to the nose. That's pretty funny. But the way the interviews were shot, they were just shot horribly, and there's nothing that I can do to fix them. They're just gonna be like that forever. Especially mine, where I'm in front of this bright TV and the camera is focused on the TV and not my face, so my face is blurred out, which, you know what, granted, many of you may prefer, but it just doesn't make for good video. And not enough light, so I'm so dark and blurry, it just doesn't look good. It's just All right, so number 1 is an episode that there's not much redeemable in it, in my opinion. Hey, maybe you get something out of it that I don't. That's episode 77, Dead or Alive. So this episode was really hamstrung just from the start. We were going through all the COVID BS, and so flea markets weren't really open. It was just so hard to go out and actually shoot an episode. Finally, an arcade auction happens, and we decide to go and film there because, hey, it's something. So the entire episode is essentially an arcade auction. And arcade auctions are just not really my favorite thing anyway, in terms of editing an episode. I just don't think they're that exciting. Every once in a while, I guess something will happen, like getting a Tekken cabinet for $10. but overall, they're just kind of blah in my opinion. And this one, no exception to that. You know, we were out chasing, I suppose, right? In this stupid environment that we were in. And those stupid masks, I'm wearing this stupid respirator that's used for training, like for high altitude, that I had that I was using at the gym before all that. So I decided I'll just wear that because I didn't have an actual mask. And just oh my god! And then I got an actual mask at the end and look like an idiot outside, like an absolute idiot. And also in this episode, it's essentially at the end, RIP to Freaks and Geeks, which is one of our favorite stores in the area. Man, I shouldn't have put that on number 1 because it just felt like I ended the video on such a downer. Luckily, after that, we've had, in my opinion, some pretty good episodes. But thank you guys for watching. Again, check out the link for Ridge Wallet down below. And also, just a heads up, we have a ton of new merch on our shop. Game Chasers shirts, new shirts, things you've never seen before. And also, if you want to get in line and get some of those physical copies of Adventures in Game Chasing, once we're done shipping out to all the backers, there's a limited left, so you'll have to get in line and secure your copy. You can do that. And we have about 100 copies of the season Blu-rays left because we just did an order, and those are first come, first serve. So if you want to guarantee you a copy of any of those things, definitely check out the link below. Go to our shop and secure yourself a copy before they run out. So if that's something you want to do, then all the links you need are right down below. Or, you know, probably there'll be a card here or something.